Howdy y'all and welcome to my barn. Today we're going to be doing the Horse Ranch build buy overview. Thank you so much to EA Creator Network for the early access. But without further dilly-dally, let's get into it. As a quick note, this is not final software, but here we are. I'm going to have video chapters down below, so if you want to skip around to the part you want to see, that'll be down there. But we're starting off on this lot, which just has some of the build mode stuff that I couldn't fit on my other lot, which we'll see soon. But let's go ahead and start off with the walls and flooring, because they're just here. I really love, you know what, I'll tell you which one was my favorite, this one. This you can make amazing looking log cabins out of, and it comes with the sort of built-in, I guess, corner trim, which, you know, sometimes a hit or miss, you know, when you're placing it in a building, it doesn't always work, but I really love that. But of course we have vertical and horizontal, you know, wooden planking. A lot of the walls and textures in the game have both like sort of cleaner versions and then more rustic versions, which are this sort of more worn out looking wood. And I love these. You can get some really sort of old looking stuff. Like if you go to the lighter color here, you can see that detail a little bit more. But then of course, if you want it to be a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, you can use the more sort of natural, as they're calling it, look to each of the wallpapers. So yeah, these vertical and horizontal ones are the same. Just the vertical ones, you can see, you've got the sort of border, or the skirting border, I should say, on the bottom border of the wallpaper there. We also have a new stone masonry, which goes nicely matching with the columns, which are just over here. So these columns as well have matching wood swatches. We'll have a look at them more closely in a minute. But yeah, this stone will match onto this masonry. It looks a little funny from that angle. It's kind of hard to get the same lighting on the two of them. It's, you know, it's slightly looking different. You know, it kind of looks the same up the top, but then I don't know if it's shading from the lighting in the game or what, but that definitely looks brighter. But anyway, the idea is they're supposed to pair together. So there's that. I've got this new interior wallpaper here, the rustic trim, which is just a wood trim and then white wall. There's no real difference in the middle section. I was kind of hoping that'd be maybe some different wall colors. I mean, I guess the darker one is technically a darker, you know, more gray than white. But other than that, it's just kind of wood trims. But, you know, still nice. The masonry, as you saw, has got the darker one, a more sort of goldeny orangey color, which is nice. Moving down the line of the wood. So like I said, these all have the same sort of swatches on them. So let's have a look. So we've got this sort of more black one there. We've got the white version, of course, sort of rich brown, dark chocolatey brown. I don't know why I'm trying to describe the color names, but there you are. So there's definitely a good variety of wood tones, and I'm pretty stoked about those. They all come together very nicely. These have the same sort of ones, as you can see through here. If my name would move, there it is. Yeah, so the plain white on this is very nice as well. I think I'll be using these a lot, not just in ranch or rustic builds, which is great. Moving down the line, I love this one too. The timber siding. So this again has those same wood swatches, but of course with the white, I don't know, plaster maybe in between. I don't know, not sure exactly what it is. I'm not familiar with this kind of walling, but it looks awesome. And of course, the log cabin siding, and it has all those same swatches that the other wood tones have as well, which is really nice. Now these ones, these are fun because this is where you get your classic red barn. You can make these into your classic red barn. Look at that. And of course, we've got a bunch of other colors. We've got some greens, we've got some lighter blue as well. We've got pink, pretty nice. Yellow as well, which is good. And of course, a black and a white as well. And then this one I quite like personally because it is basically the same, but much more worn out. The paint is cracking off. It looks older, more worn out. So I guess, I don't know, but I assume some of these combined with maybe some of the werewolf wallpapers might work quite well with the worn out look. But yeah, we got a lot of worn out stuff in this pack. So those are the wallpaper options, which I'm pretty happy with in terms of the barn house vibe. Now, flooring. We've got a few new floorings. So over here, we've got a couple of new bricks. Every brick in its place. I love this sort of texture here. And they got a good selection. I mean, could always do with more colors, but obviously the default red, got a gray, a few different gray options, more blue in tone, like bluestone kind of color, black, and then orangey. Then we got the sort of more worn out bricks, which I guess would go pretty nicely as well. We got those worn out bricks in the greenhouse kit too. Obviously different styles, but you know, we're getting some good worn options. Now, this looks a little silly right here on the floor because it is literally called Raise the Rafters. And if you don't know, one of the great new things, this is coming for everyone, base game update, not just for Horse Ranch, but new feature here in build mode if you click on this button here, ceilings by tile or ceilings by room, and you're on the ground, you'll see the ceiling pops up and we can paint the ceiling. If we swap back to this, pan the camera down, go in the room, kind of hard to see, but another feature coming to the base game update, you can actually enter the camera mode now. Up here, you can actually click on free cam, that'll enter this mode, and then you can fly around. And then if we put the walls up, we can see, oh, paintable ceilings, amazing. Now, I guess I'm not gonna do a full review of this because it's a base game update, but man, you can do some cool patterns with it because it's basically the same as floor tiling. So we got the 2 new buttons. So if I go here and select a floor, yeah, you can do the same thing. So you can just paint however you want, do the quarter tile. You can make, you know, a bunch of custom patterns. Now on the note of ceilings, another new ceiling we got with this, I'm just gonna skip this one for a second. This might look weird as a floor, which, yeah, totally. But it's designed to be like a bedroom ceiling, like a nice cloudy ceiling. Like you'd have this in a kid's bedroom or something. And it's got some really cool nighttime swatches. So there's like this one with constellations and stuff, like little stars poking through. Just a fun little ceiling floor tile. I guess it's not a floor tile, but you know what I mean. Fun ceiling tile. Got like an afternoon one too. So that'll be fun. Also could be very useful for creating your basement dungeons. I know there's some of you out there watching. And to go with all the walls, of course, we have a new wood flooring that has a lot of the similar wood tones. So this actually combines the natural and rustic look. So some of them will be natural, some of them will be rustic. So if you just sort of flick through, you can see there's a few different variations. Some that are a bit cleaner, some that are a little bit more rustic. So, ooh, I like that one. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, so a bunch of options there with those. There's actually 2 terrain paints here. Might be hard to see the other one, but it's the same as the world terrain paint basically, which is also the same, I think, like the cats and dogs one. Like that's kind of what it looks like in cats and dogs. But anyway, there's these 2 paints. Hang on, there it is. Yeah, it kind of just looks like what, it's hard to see. Hang on. Let me just put, yeah, let me put this here. There you go. There's that one. And this one. I don't really like these textures, to be honest. I never have. Not since Cats and Dogs. It looks weird to me personally. It kind of just looks, well, it looks like painted on. It doesn't really look like grass to me. But anyway, there it is. You have those floor terrain paints there. All right, so we've got 4 new columns, which I'm pretty happy about. So we've got a new basic square column here. Nice and rustic tones. There's no, this is kind of where the rustic and natural theme of the pack kind of falls away. They don't have any like smooth, clean looking column here. Like there's this one, which I guess kind of is. That was probably the most clean looking one. But that's kind of it. The rest of them are definitely more on the rustic side of things. And this one's got like sort of chips out of it, which I think is, that's really fun storytelling wise in the building. But if you just want a clean, smooth column, I mean, that's really your only option. But I also think, if I'm not mistaken, we've got 2 new spandrels, which is great. I don't think there's a matching spandrel to that. Like we've got this spandrel, which is a rustic looking spandrel, but obviously if we're using the more clean looking column, we don't have a matching spandrel texture to that for reasons that I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so there's one sort of clean white column there, which, you know, I will be using personally. And I love all the rustic tones for sure, but it would have been nice to have the clean look to match the wallpapers and floors that we have too, you know? And then we have a simple round column here as well. This one has a few more cleaner looks, like this one here, this one at the end, and then the sort of more rustic ones through the beginning half. But again, kind of different swatches. I don't know. I feel like they were doing really well matching all the floors and walls with the different tones, but then they kind of just didn't do that on the columns. So like this one as well. I really like this column. Classic little stone base. No non-rustic looking ones, which look, for this pack, obviously, we're in a ranch world. It's going to be rustic. But for versatility throughout the game, would it be nice to also have, I mean, look how much space we got here. It's just begging for more swatches in there, you know? Anyway, then we've also got this one. It's definitely more of our contemporary ranch style, which there's a few contemporary items throughout the build mode. This one definitely does have a few more cleaner options, but does still have, as you can see, a bunch of the rustic ones. We've got the pink, the green, and all those sort of colors to match those fun wallpapers. No red, though I don't know if I'd want a red column anyway. That would be fun. Look at all this space. Look at all this space. All right, we also have a new foundation, of course, matching to our column and our wall, mostly matching the wall. I don't know, this column I've realized definitely is a lighter tone for some reason, but I guess it's maybe just because it's an object, not a wall. I don't know, something to keep in mind. Anyway, and then this has, of course, the wood tone changes on the top, but the way they do it, they combine like we got the darker one, so you have to use dark wood if you want to use the darker stone, for example. I don't know, not just this one, but all the foundations in the game, I kind of don't like that the foundation trims are tied to the base, you know? Anyway, that's more of a critique of the game and not this particular one. But yeah, it's got some nice foundation options there. We also have one new set of stairs. I've just used the 2 different railings. So we have 2 separate railings for the stairs. But this is the same staircase here. Rustic ranch stairs, just here. And this does have a nice combination of the natural looking ones and then the rustic ones. So we've gone back to doing both texture variants on the stairs, which is good. I like that. I just don't understand the lack of consistency when it came to the columns and stuff. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, the stairs, very good. They have all the options you want. They also, this is something to note, I don't have an exhaustive list, but in the base game update that is for everyone, they added a bunch of new swatches to items. So one of the items they added swatches to is this base game door here. And this actually adds in those rustic swatches. Oh, hang on, I need over here. So like this base game door now has a rustic sort of look to it on some of these new swatches, which is really fun. I actually really, really like that. So not only do we have, you know, the original set, and I guess the updated set, because I think originally this door was just like white. So we've got all those, you know, existing wood tones. Then we've got the new rustic variants as well on this door. Now that is not on all the doors. I don't even think this one has it. No, but this one specifically does have it. There's a bunch of new wallpapers too, hidden under, I think, some of the pastel ones like this one. Yeah, this has got some new tones. This is a base game update. That's for everyone. That's why I'm not fully showing it here. But just to tie into that fact, you know, having the rustic and non-rustic look, it is supported in some of the base game stuff too, which is great. Anyway, I really like the stairs. They're really nice. Good versatility of options there. Now, the railings, we have this timber log banister, which matches our fence just over there. We'll have a look in a minute. This one's got the sort of white color. This one's definitely more rustic. And then we've got the contemporary ranch style, which matches our contemporary column and our contemporary fence over there. Very nice. I actually really like that fence. I think that fence is going to be very useful. All right, speaking of fences, I love this new paddock fencing. This is perfect. This is like the fence you need for a ranch. I'm so excited about that fence. It's going to look great. Lots of really good colors on it as well. I mean, basically the same selection as everything else. Nice white one as well, of course. And definitely more aged looking ones too, different textures. And then of course the matching gate, which appears to have a good range as well to match with the fence. So, ooh. I've not specifically looked at the gate yet. I've looked at all the fence stuff, but the gate, oh, I love some of these wood textures. They look so nice. So yeah, I love that set there. This gate is really nice too. There's no specific fence that really goes with it. I guess you could maybe pair it with this one. What about this baby gate? Is there like a base game one that it goes with? I'm not really sure what I would use it with. Because that is like a classic looking fence, like a gate, but it's just kind of on its own. And it doesn't fit. So like if I get rid of this, it doesn't fit in this fence because it's, you know, too small. It does fit in this one, but it seems you wouldn't really have that around your paddock, you know? I mean, maybe this one could work. It doesn't really make sense. I don't know. It's a really nice gate. I like the gate. I'm not sure that it really goes with the base game fencing. I'm not sure what to use it with, but very nice gate nonetheless. Just probably could have used a matching fence. Ooh, that's nice. I like that color. And then of course, yeah, this little one that we saw on the railing and the matching gate for it here as well. Very nice. That contemporary fencing, same as that railing as well, which matches in nicely. It's got all the fun colors as well. I like the sort of rich color. Now this one is very nice. Obviously this is designed for creating your own horse stables, which we're going to have a look at a little bit later. But yeah, great looking fence. I think it's perfect for your horses. And of course you got the clean versions and the more rustic versions, and then the matching gate as well. Same sort of thing. So that all works really nicely together. I think that fence is great. Now, just behind all of this, we have all the new windows and doors. And let me tell you, I love some of these doors. You know what? Actually, I think I love all of them. And I especially love these windows. I don't think I'm going to super use these a lot in my specific ranch builds and stuff in this world, but these as big contemporary windows that have the rustic look to it. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, so we've got those 3 sizes of these, small, medium, and tall walls. Mostly rustic look. There is, you know, the slightly cleaner white version there, but they're pretty much all rustic on those. We've got these sort of metal gratings, which will probably be used more for like the stable area, vertical stall windows, wide stall. They just have the 3 colors, white, gray, and black. Then we have this set of the modern ranch windows, which I think is a nice little set. We've got the sort of matching colors. The frame looks like it always stays black though on these, which is fine, but sometimes you don't want a black frame. So anyway, there's that. That's nice. And of course we have this open shutter here, which I think would be nice for a little horse stable or just like a barn as well. That makes sense. I like that. So that's that window there. You'll see some of these have like, so this kind of window and color pattern will match along with, I believe, this door as well should have a matching one to that, right? Oh, maybe. Okay, I picked the one thing that doesn't. These doors definitely do. So like this door, you know, we can match that same color scheme across these items. I think these ones have it. Yeah, I literally picked the one door that matches this set, not the other one. And this one, does this have it? This one doesn't. Okay, but yeah, these set of doors here will match that stable window. Yeah, I love this door, this giant single sliding barn door. Ooh, that is good. This could be used in so many places. I love that. And then we've got this open door. This one does not close. It is basically just an archway. If you want this, but closing, it's basically this. They just put like a door in the middle. These do not slide or anything. That is just decorative. But it sort of, looks like that is smaller. But yeah, that's great. Like barn front door. And of course, we just got a regular sort of door here as well. Nice few options, bit of fun colors in there. And then we've got a nice, just simple archway. And then another barn door with these sort of exposed rollers as well. I love all these doors. These doors, ooh, so good. You can make some really good looking barns in this pack, let me tell you. And of course, I skipped over this set. So this is obviously a stable sort of rolling door, which matches in with this, which I think these are all the pre-made styled rooms. I think they probably, yeah, they used it over here on this like little horse stable. So yeah, they've used it there. And then of course, nice ranch house door and then some modern ranch windows. This one, I guess, is to be used in like the roof section, but I don't know. I find these windows kind of awkward to use. I do like getting the angled windows for the roof, but without move objects, they're kind of awkward to place. But yeah, so the colors of these, similarly to the other windows, the frames always stay black, which I guess is could actually be beneficial because it means you probably could use these windows in combination with that set. Even though the style is kind of different, it would still probably match in, so which is good. And then these are the same as well. Got those same greens and blues and all that kind of stuff on it. So that's the windows and doors. Let's have a look. We'll look at the styled rooms later because I have a whole build that we'll have a look at that has all the items in it. Let's have a look at these. So these couldn't fit on my other lot. These are the horse sort of activity sections, the horse barrels. You'll run around with your horse. So we've got two versions. These older sort of more worn, used looking barrels. And then these sort of plastic barrels as well that have been painted. Pretty nice, some fun colors there. And then we have the jumps. Now these might look a little confusing at first because you can see there's like red in this and yellow. In gameplay, you can actually click on that and change it to like, I can't remember the term, but you can make it more difficult for the horse. So they will add a physical another barrier to jump over. You can see it more clearly on this one. There's an empty gap. So on this one as well, you can see there's an extra color that's like not really showing up in it. In some of these swatches anyway. That's because there's another jump. I don't know the terms. I'm sorry. There's another bar that goes in there. So yeah. So there are other colors that we can't quite see at the moment, but they get taller in gameplay. But yeah, obviously this is exactly what you think it is. Horse runs, jumps over. So those are pretty fun. There's also some of these around the world. The one place I didn't have a look. There's a couple over here. One there, one here. So you don't actually even need these on your lot, but it's nice that they give it to you as well, for sure. Now, we also have 3 trees, which these two are kind of just, they look like recolors of existing trees, which is fine. I mean, I don't really care, but nothing to write home about. The wild ebony tree. Oh no, that's that one. The wild ebony tree, wild mesquite tree. And then we have a dead mesquite tree. I hope I'm saying that right. Because as you can tell, I'm quite the farm boy, the ranch boy. New public bathroom. Wow. But it is nice that we have one that matches as well, but we've got these in Space Games, so just a recolor of that. Has a few different options as well. Oh, and just back over here as well, we have a new little campfire as well, a little rustic fire pit. And it's just got like the sort of orangey rocks, gray, and then the lighter gray. And you can, like the other sort of campfires that come in the game, snap like lounge chairs around it so your Sims can sit around it. You can also snap in, the benches as well. So you can sit around the campfire and use it like any of the others. And then we're gonna have a look at these arches because these did not fit on my other lot. This is purely just a decorative archway. It doesn't do anything. It does light up at nighttime though. Very cute. I think this is actually a really nice little item. I quite enjoy it. These also don't really do anything, but you'll notice all these little metal things. These are actually things you can place on it that you can get in the gameplay. So this is your ranch sign. Obviously you don't have to have it on your lot, but if you do, basically all these are little plaques in game. Some of them you just get by default. Some of them are unlockable. So this one, for example, it doesn't tell me because I'm in build mode with no sim. Dang it. Well, oh wait, no. Here, these ones are the unlockable ones. These are the ones you get by default. These ones down here, so unlocked at level 10 of the agility skill. So if you have a horse, that's the horse's skill, level 10. And then level 10 endurance skill for this one, level 10 jumping skill, and level 10 temperament skill. And this one, level 10 of the horse riding skill. So those are unlockable. And they just these are basically just a fun way to customize your ranch sign. This as well in the middle is a custom thing. There's a lot of positions. Actually, this one's empty. There's a lot of positions it can go on. You can have a look at this. There's all different snappable spots along the ranch sign and on here as well. Around the other side as well has quite a few spots. And it's not just for these items that we have here. It does work on some base game stuff too. And I guess any like wall decor that I guess is tagged, like it would fit this size. You can see, I don't know why you'd put plates on it, but okay, that one doesn't fit. Neon signs, the sun, no. Birds, no. You kind of have to play around, figure out which ones fit. This one, I feel like it should fit. It doesn't, but yeah, this one fits apparently. So I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of, it's interesting. Hose? No hose. Yeah, so it's actually pretty cool because you can really customize it. And I'm sure with other packs, there's probably a bunch of stuff that would fit on here as well. Oh, can I put a light switch on it? Let me just put my light switch on here. There we go. So that's pretty fun. I really like that. I think it's a nice idea. Oh, get a little ribbon on there. And you can, yeah, customize your sign. That's the idea. It's your ranch, your sign. So those are our ranch signs. Oh, I guess, and the colors as well. You know, kind of what you'd expect. It doesn't have all the wood range tone. This one has a few more of the options. And of course has that matching sort of stone down the bottom. All right, before we look at the styled rooms, let's jump over and look at all the buy mode stuff on my pre-prepared lot. All righty, this is a little barn I prepared earlier. If you do want to see me build this, I actually did it as a members only video. So you can hit the join button. That'll be out this week, if it's not already out. But yeah, it's like an hour long. It took me a long time, actually. It took me more than an hour to build it, but the video is an hour long, so it was a lot of fun. But here we have all of the horse ranch items. Now, of course, we've looked at the windows and doors and the wallpapers. I did that on purpose on the other lot because it's kind of hard to see all the build mode stuff easily here. But we're going to be looking at the buy mode stuff and I guess some build mode stuff. So actually, before we go inside, we got some new flowers here as well. You know what? We're going to need move objects. There we go. Got some new flowers here, which I feel is, I'm not sure, but I feel like they're similar to another pack. But anyway, and we got some dead looking grass and some tall grass. So just a couple of grass items, no colors on either of these. This one is also a new grass item. However, it is in buy mode. And as you can see, it's actually in outdoor activities because this is the dynamic prairie grass. I don't know. No, it's not prairie grass. Sorry. Dynamic prairie grass is probably how I should say it. So you can see before I place it, it looks like this. When I place it, the grass grows. This is where your sim can come and harvest the prairie grass, which of course you can feed to your animals. You can also use it to craft some nectar, like I think prairie grass nectar is the one you can craft with it. You can also find random collectibles in there too, like really valuable things. So it is a collectible item you can place down on your own lot, which is really interesting because we've not had that. Previously, if we want to find collectibles, we have to go around the world, like look around in other places to find a spot to collect from. But this is the first time we can just place a spawner on our own lot, which if you abuse it could definitely be overpowered. But that's a bit of fun. That's the fun in it. We also have a new woohoo bush, which, you know, just came in this pack because obviously, because the world is so like big, the way you can explore, I guess they figured they need somewhere for you to go to the toilet if you're stuck somewhere. Oh, look, there's the other lot. So yeah, we got a new woohoo bush, which you can, of course, woohoo in and pee in, no colors. So that's that. All right, still on the outside, up the top on this, up the top on this build, we have a few new roof decor items. So we got the barn turret, this one here. Has, of course, all the matching colors to the sort of, you know, wallpapers and the tones that we've seen. We also have a new chimney, which matches the stone. There it is there. We've also got these guys, the through the roof barn window, which of course, again, just matches that same one up the top. And I've just put them on the side because I thought that looked pretty cool. And we've also got these guys here, these shutters. These are just individual shutters, left and right versions. You can see, if I zoom in, they've got their little hinges. That's the only difference. But, you know, if you're not careful, you might place the wrong one. So yeah, we've got custom shutters. Of course, these would, you know, probably match a lot of windows. You'd even probably be able to stack them together. So it's actually really nice to have more shutters in the game that are much more flexible. So I've tried to make some before in the past and it always looks so stupid. But anyway, those are really nice. And of course, these have the matching wood tones to the ones we've seen before, all in there. Beautiful. All right, we've also got this guy, which as far as I'm aware, I don't think it does anything. It looks very cool. Just a horse trailer. Just popped it on the edge of the lot. It's got a few different colors. A lot of fun. And you'll also sort of see them around the world. I mean, they're just teasing us with cars at this point, right? I mean, like they got the truck with the trailer hooked up. Like, come on, guys. And they've added the trailer in. Come on. And here is the community board, which you can buy on your own lot. There's one over there, for example, you can see. But this is where you can like hire ranch hands, I think, find out more about the neighborhood and the pack and all that stuff. You know, we get those usually with new packs. So that's there. We've got a new banner as well. Oops, sorry. Little horse banner just here. A few different horsey options. This is a really cool item here. I've used it here as a sign, but it is actually a pretty big decal, or it can be a big decal. You can see there's a lot of different options. So you can see there's actually some really not, sorry, I'm like really far away. Okay, I'm gonna go here so we can actually see it. That's better. Okay, yeah, so we got some really nice just artwork in here. Then there's a bunch of like posters in here. Some, I guess, emblems and symbols, worn out signs, worn out posters, and I think just a lot of variety they can use with this. And of course, I used one of them as like the sign for this barn. Yeah, these are really cool. I really like this. It's a really good use of just like the decals that they have in the game. We also have a new little awning that matches. Oh, actually, that's what I didn't mention. New roof pattern. Very similar, to be honest, to like the base game one. It is like a little bit more worn out, but I don't know that we were really in need of a new roof pattern that looks like this. It only has 2 colors, so it's not really anything that special. It is new though, so there's that. Yeah, so we've got the awning here, which of course has some matching wood tones and roof patterns, all that kind of stuff, just sitting above that window. Got a new little fountain too, the water feature. Under the fountain category. It's a little bit of fun. Got the same sort of wood tones. Also, these new wall lights here, which give a nice little glow. They are not very bright, but they definitely give this sort of ambiance to the environment. Like I've sort of put them around a lot. You can see get a little bit of glow here and there. It's quite nice. All right, we've also got this new little log bench. I mean, this is classic. How could we not have a little log bench? Yeah, I think that's very cool. We've also got a new gnome. Of course, there's always a new gnome. He's hanging out with his little wagon. I don't know. That's really cute. I never use the gnomes in this game. There's so many of them. Especially with seasons, the gnome holiday annoys me so much. But it's just a Sims thing. They always have gnomes. I mean, it's very cute, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. And around this side, we have this guy here, the horseshoe topiary. Just a fun item. I thought it might have been like from the trailers, like an unlockable thing, but it's just a topiary you can buy. So it's a bit of fun. Looks like a big horseshoe. Also got a new rocking chair here as well. The bunkhouse spindleback rocking chair. Got some nice colors, of course, some more worn out looking ones, and then some fun colored ones. So we've got a pink one. We've got this sign here as well for juice and nectar bars. And this barbecue, so cool. The Trail Boss Firebox Grill. I love this. It looks so cool. Definitely a really good outdoor sort of camp area, barbecue grill. I love all the sort of extra details on it as well, the stuff hanging above it. And actually when it lights up, it glows red and it looks amazing. So that's a lot of fun. This just has the 3 colors as well, like those windows. So sort of dark gray, gray, and white. And that completes the outside tour. Hey, my door's broken. Let's jump inside. So yeah, I've tried to build this like it's kind of a functional lot. It's a bit weird because I'm just trying to show off every item, so don't judge the layout too much. But in here is like my little horse stable area. The horses are actually, they have their own bed, so you want to have the horse bed item, which is this guy. And then it's got a few colors, but it's pretty basic. It's just this item. So basically you can have your horses sleep wherever you want. It can be indoors like I've done here. You could build a stable somewhere else. So I really like that they've done that. It's not tied. Like, you know, in cottage living, the cows and llamas had to be in the animal shed and they just disappear. Whereas the horses, actually, you always see them, always hanging out. So I really, really like that. And of course, we've got the feeding trough here, or the animal feeder. This will fill up with hay and stuff, or I guess prairie grass, as you harvest and put it in, or just buy it. We've also got this is the trough, the water trough. They actually don't have a thirst need, but this does help them recover quicker. So it's also just a nice looking item. I mean, it definitely suits the ranch. Now this, I really like. This is just a rug. I mean, it's obviously like hay. You probably wouldn't want to use it in your house, but they do have a few different options as well. So you can sort of have it in a corner. It also places really well. If I turn move objects off, so it's like you can see, I placed all of these without move objects. Like they really don't intersect with each other, that you can just layer them really easily, which is fantastic for doing this kind of stuff. So if I can pluck that in the corner, get this one overlaid, and you can really have it like the hay is sort of all over the place, you know, spread over the floor without using any cheats or doing anything funny, you know, like that's all just placed normally. So I love that. That's really, really good. Now over this side, we've got, I love this storage box. You can actually put items in here if you want. So be good to just, if you've got random junk in your inventory, you can chuck it in there. It'll go in there. Very rustic wooden options. Of course, the nice colorful painted ones, a little cleaner. Got your little saddle show off. I don't know. I don't think this is gameplay item, is it? Surely not. I haven't fully played the pack yet. I played a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, very nice item to add in here. Here's actually a matching barrel to the horse barrels we saw earlier. Has all the same sort of colors on it, so you can just get extra barrels. This is another little storage box, just smaller than that one. Of course, you can put items in it as well. It sits down on the floor, which I really like. We also have a couple more things. Actually, this item, This doesn't make sense where I put it. Well, I guess it does. You can use it. But yeah, you can see it has a huge footprint because this is a playable item for the horses that they will use. The horses will play with this. So you need to make sure it has room. Obviously, I didn't have room outside on this lot because it's pretty small. So I just put it in here. But this is the ball for the horses. Lots of different color options. A lot of fun. Oh, the little soccer ball one. More worn out looking ones. The basketball, that's fun. That's really cool. Yes, that's a really fun little item. And then we've got some decor stuff here. The cleaning supplies, which if we just spin it around, it's got some like bags and like I don't know, horse feed. I don't know. I'm not a horse person. I have no idea. You can let me know in the comments, but there it is. I love the sort of worn out textures that we have on stuff. Like it looks so cool. This here is actually a stool your Sims can sit on. It's a nice little item just to sit down if you want. You can put it anywhere. And of course, a little decorative wall hanging with our sort of ranch tools. Very nice. I love this wooden wall art as well. It's got a bunch of different options in here, not just that horseshoe that I chose, but a few different patterns. A lot of Native American influence in this pack. I don't know if this is. I'm sorry, I'm not hugely well versed on the history there, but I mean, nonetheless, has beautiful patterns in this. We have one of our new ceiling lights here, which actually I've put, I think, 3 of them here because unfortunately, it's an incredibly dim light. I love this light. It looks great, but look, this is how much light we're producing with it. If I get rid of it, just so you can see, that's the baseline. That's the addition. A bit of a shame that it is so dim, but you can stack them like I did and that works. Anyway, they have 3 versions of it, like the short, medium, and then for the tall walls, so you can have different hanging lengths of that light. And we also have, we'll have a look at the other lights while we're here. The short chandelier, these are way brighter, which actually I'll show it in this room. So we get the same baseline. So there you go. Look at this, much brighter. Now, these do say they are functional off the grid. These sort of candle-based ones. But the thing is, I don't actually see any candles on them, so I'm not sure. Maybe in live mode? I don't know. They kind of look like LED fake candles. But anyway, they're functional off the grid. So there's that one. There's the medium version of it, which is obviously much bigger. And then the tall version. And they all kind of produce similar amounts of light. So yeah, if you want more light, these are the ones to go for. We have a few lamps as well while we're here. This one is kind of weird. I think it's bugged because I can't even place it on the floor. And look, it kind of like snaps to the wall strangely, which, as you can see, regular, hang on, let me move this. Just so you can see like, oh wait, I didn't even have move objects. Okay, so move objects off. This is how this light places. It doesn't have, it's like not snapping to the grid at all. And then, but it snaps to walls, but you can't place it on a wall. But it like places, like this is how it should normally place. So I don't know what happened with this, but it got a little, and this one doesn't snap to the wall. Anyway, it's a nice looking lamp though. It does still work on tables and stuff. It just places weirdly on the floor. So if we go in here, we can put it on, you know, tables, fine. It works normal. And we got a bunch of different colors on it as well. Very nice. And we got the little, got to have a lantern, of course. That is functional off the grid. This one, you can actually see the candle in. Ooh, nice red stars on that. A few little fun patterns. More, oh, that one is good. The worn out looking one, all rusted. And then a little sage candle tray. Very nice. I like this. This one's cute. So those are our little lamps. And we saw the wall light outside. And those are all our lighting options. All right, let's move into my little hoedown, throwdown, juice nectar bar area that I've built. So the way I've laid out this lot is kind of like this is our stable area. This is our commercial bar nectar making area. And then we've got like a house at the back. It's, I don't know, kind of a mishmash of all the stuff so we can see it all. We have a new dance floor in this pack. It has 3 sizes. I've only placed one of them because they're all the same. The small one there. Large one here. And if we have a look, you can see the different wood patterns there. And this will obviously allow you to do the new group dance option. These on the wall are the same one I showed earlier. We've got this new bench just over here, which of course has all those same sort of colors, nice patterns on the cushions as well. A little bit of fun. We've also got this stack. Oh, there's a lot of, I'm so excited for nectar and nectar making. There's a bunch of nectar decorations. So we've got like a stack of barrels here, which I think is a lot of fun. This is cool. And then this barrel here is the one that matches the horse barrels as well. It's just the wooden version. And then this is just, says Nectar Country Barrel, just a bigger barrel, which I think, yeah, we can put stuff on that one. We can't put stuff on the other one. So this is like a table. These ones are not. These are just decorative. This one's table, which this one is $200. Great. Because the one that came in My Wedding Stories was 1,000 simoleons to just put stuff on it. But this one is 200. So you can put stuff on that, which is nice. We also have this sort of stack of crates that are filled with nectar, which I love this. I'm going to create such a big back room that is decorated with nectar all over the place. We'll have this nice little tapestry on the wall. Oops, a tapestry on the wall, which has a lot of nice patterns in there. as you can see as we just go through those. A lot of very colorful ones as well. Very beautiful. Of course, we have a new bar. Wouldn't be a Sims pack without a new bar. But to be fair, we don't have like a really Western American saloon style bar. Now we do. So there you go. And the bar back as well, just to go along with it. I mean, purely decorative. Looks cool, but there you go. We also got this little guy here, the Nectar Country cask, just sitting on top. Separate little item. Lots of little color options there. That was the one that moved around. New bar stools, of course, to go with the bar. Here they are. Same sort of color. You know, we get the sort of matching swatches over all the items. And we have a new dining chair here. And of course, the new dining table you can see in the middle. So these chairs, of course, much like all the others, have those sort of wood tones. I love these chairs. Actually, they're very nice. And this table as well. So we've got a new 6-seater round table. Kind of wish we got more, like I wish there was a round table that wasn't 6 seats. Maybe a slightly smaller one. Like I know we got these ones, but these are kind of way small. Like I feel like there needs to be a middle ground, just in general. And just on top of the table here as well is kind of like something you would see in like a bar or something. You know, we got a bunch of cutlery rolled up there, little condiments and all that. So it's just like a little decorative condiments box that has all the same colors, all the same wood tones. Nice little addition just to add in to your little restaurant, pub, bar setting. We also have more Nectar decorations here. These little boxes sort of matches the larger set that we saw. Very nice. I love those. I love all the Nectar stuff. Now these are really cool. So this is just one individual item, but you can see they stack. And as far as I'm aware, you can probably stack them as high as you want. If we go outside and we don't have a ceiling, we can just keep going. So if you want to do that, feel free. It'll probably be very inconvenient to try and use, but you can you can do it. We delete that. So yeah, these stack together perfectly, as you saw, side by side as well. They don't snap side by side. So in this case, you can see I've got it slightly, it doesn't line up. If I press F5, quarter tile placement, these are basically half a tile each. You can see if I turn the grid on. So if you've got quarter tile placement on, you'll be able to get them next to each other nice and close. Anyway, the other really cool thing about these is you can see they hold 13 bottles. In gameplay, if you add a bottle in, you will literally see one bottle show up. If you add a second one, 2 bottles. So the exact number of bottles you see sitting in those is the number that is in it, which is such a nice detail. And I'm really excited to have like a bunch of these stacked up and have a bunch of bottles in there. Now, this is not a gameplay overview, but putting Nectar bottles in there will age them. The better, the more they're aged, the more they're worth. And it was said as well, if you put them in a basement, so if you build a basement, they will age faster in the basement too. So fun little detail there. Anyway, these have the same wood colors and all that stuff. Here is the actual Nectar making object. It is this whole thing just here. Your sim will jump in there, squash down the Nectar, a few different colors on that one. A lot of fun. Back here we have a big banner, a lot of horse stuff. I mean, surprise, surprise, a lot of horse stuff in this pack. I know, right? And you might have already seen it, but we do have a new upright piano. Definitely that sort of more Western saloon bar styling. A lot of fun though. I really like that. Looks cool. That one is there. And that sort of concludes our little bar area. In here, I have like a little office. It's supposed to be like a little manager's office. I was having a bit of fun with it. Anyway, we have this new desk. You can see just here, got a very worn out texture on it. But of course, they do have the cleaner ones too. If you want a nicer, newer looking one, you can, or you can get the really old rundown look, which I think is fun. And we have these chairs here with beautiful pattern work on some of the swatches here. A lot of fun. Yeah, so those are good. Also, yeah, the more simple ones too. We also got this little side table. I think this is, I don't know why, but this is like one of my new favorite items. It's just nice and simple. It's got those wood swatches. We also have this side table that goes along with that set. So you'll see these wood swatches are like on all of the items in the pack, which is great. Some of these also have really nice, like they've got like smooth bottom, like legwork, and then the top is like the sort of raw rustic wood, which I think is a really nice look. So those are good. This is also a new little radio here. Classic, really old school looking radio, a bit of fun. We have a new fireplace just hanging out here, little teapot on top. You can see the different colors, more sort of plain black looking one if you don't want to see all those details as clearly, but of course you can get the golden details. A few different colors, so that should, you know, fit quite nicely in the place. We did see this on our our ranch signs just earlier. But here is this is actually a cow plant head, a longhorn cow plant head. It's faux, I think, right? Yeah, polyresin, sorry, replica. So it's not real, don't worry. And even if it was, it's a Sims, so it's fine. Yeah, longhorn cow plant, just fun decor item. And we've of course got this dining chair here as well. This is our other dining chair. Got a nice cow print back, but it does have some more plain swatches as well that aren't as full on. So nice little variety there. And of course, you might have seen this rug underneath. This is a lot of fun. Kind of looks like the rug I have in my room, This one is a little bit brighter though, that swatch. Kind of like really nice, almost sunset vibes on it. But of course we have a few other patterns as well throughout here. A lot of different colors, very vibrant and colorful. So I think it's very nice. That's our little office. All right, let's move into the house area. In our entrance, I've got this little bench here. It's just a little seat you can sit down on. Nice and comfortable. Look at that. That's some of the patterns on the seat are really fun, really beautiful. And then of course we've got this little hat rack here. Some lasso. Is lasso one? Anyway, it's there. I'm not a city boy, I swear. Nice little colors on that. Also got this decorative cabinet, which, can I put stuff in it? I didn't try. Yes, okay. It is an actual shelf that you can put stuff inside of. Ooh, I like that the side ones automatically turn it so you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and assume a lot of stuff can probably fit in there. All the stuff I'm picking doesn't fit. Salt and pepper, there you go. So yeah, so you get just like a little decorative cabinet you can put stuff on and some stuff at the top as well. So that's nice. Oh, and this is actually has a shelf up the top too. So that is a usable space as well. That's nice. And we've got a new little planter pot here. Ooh, I like the plain white. I know that's kind of boring, but very versatile just having that sort of plain white. Got some weird shadows we're seeing around it though. So it's a little glitchy. Ooh, that's a shame. But other than that, nice. We've got actually two versions of this. Home on the Ranch hutch. So quite a large item. So we've got this one. But then we also have just over here, this one, which looks the same, a little smaller. This is actually a TV stand. So that one, I guess, will accept TVs and the other one won't. Let's see. There you go, TV, no TV, no TV, TV. So there you go. But yeah, I really like these. These are very nice and quite, some nice little color options on there as well. So that's that. Moving over to the living room, we've got a new dollhouse, which I think is very cute. I still wish dollhouses in the game weren't so big. They're so big. I mean, the good news with dollhouses in this game, you can scale them down and they still work. So that will still function as a dollhouse, but by default, they're huge. Little fun little barn. I love the new sofa and armchair. These two together, I think they look so comfortable. It's got some really good options on it as well. Ooh, cow print, let's go. Yeah, those are great. New little coffee table here as well. Of course, all those same sort of wood swatches throughout. And we got another variant of that same rug as we saw earlier. Here is the other new fireplace. We've got two fireplaces. This is obviously a stone one to match all the stonework we got. And it's got a huge wood shelf, which I think looks beautiful. And of course, it is an actual shelf as well. You can put some stuff up there as well if you like. We've also got another little stool. Not another, but we have a stool just over here as well. Nice and comfy looking. And you might have seen it earlier. We have this desk. That's that same chair we saw on the juice bar, but we got a new James Turner. Can you move? Thank you. We got this other desk as well, more simple than the one we saw in the office. Yeah, I love the sort of really clean, new looking legwork and then having the old rustic wood top. I think that is such a classic look that you see. So I think that's really, really useful. And I really like that look. And we've got this guy here, which is just a shelf. It's like hidden away in the shelf category, which is interesting. It kind of, to me, almost looks like an end table, but it is a shelf. And it will, of course, accept items down the bottom and up the top. And it has all those same sort of colors on it as well. We also have a new curtain here. I know it looks ridiculous on this window. Don't at me. But new curtain, a few different options through here. I'm not really, I guess you probably use it. You could use it. No, that door's too big. I was gonna say, which window do you use it on? Oh, it fits like that. Some of those, I don't know. Anyway, there's that curtain. Moving into our little hallway space, we got this bench seating here as well. With a nice cushion on it. Kind of matches, I guess, along with the stool. I think some of the patterns, do they? Maybe not the patterns, but some of the colors kind of match up nicely. Anyway, so that's that. Quite nice, quite classic. Moving into the kitchen area, we do have new kitchen counters, cabinets, and island counters. Now, that clean white base that I was talking about and having that wood countertop, you know how perfect that would have been for the kitchen? They didn't do it. They didn't do it. Like, come on, guys. If this was like the clean white, like imagine the kitchen looking like this, having the really nice new white bottom, having the raw wood on the top. Oh, would have been so good. They were this close to doing it. They were this close. They did it on other items, didn't do it on the kitchen counters. Having said that, even though we missed out on this swatch, which I think would have been great, I think the actual kitchen cabinetry is very nice wood. But yeah, I would have liked to see some clean bottoms because it'd probably be more versatile than it is. I don't think there's many like homes besides ranch, maybe cottage, rural properties that you could put this kitchen in and it wouldn't look like it would look out of place otherwise, you know. You could probably use the black, well, I guess it's dark brown. You could probably use this maybe in more homes. But yeah, it does limit the use of this kitchen a little bit. I do like these end pieces, having the little shelves on the side. I did put columns in the way, but there are little open shelves. Can you put stuff down there? Oh, you can. Oh, that's really nice. So these are actually the end pieces. So if you don't know, this is with any counters, not just these ones. but you can actually, if you're looking at the swatches and you just see this, click on the little gears here and you can select specific pieces. And some of the end pieces, like these ones, have the shelves in it and you can actually place stuff on it, which is really nice. Now, while we're looking at it, yes, we do have a stack of plates and, oh, this you're gonna love. Check this out. Plates, stacked, 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 stacked. Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, that looks ridiculous having a single stack of plates, but the reason this is so good is because it means, yeah, you can just have it 4 plates, or down here, we can now stack up plates to fill up the actual space. So it actually looks like it makes sense. You know, like that's where we keep our plates. There's this pot. Oh, the pot fits down here too. We've got a new open little metal pot. So you can put that down the side. Ooh, this is good. And they have a few different colors on the plates. Not a huge range, but you know, probably all the standard looking plate colors. So that is a really nice little option added in there for those decor items. Pretty stoked about that actually with the plates. We'll leave them down over there. So yeah, we just saw this pot. Has a bunch of nice colors to it as well. I love these little just decorative kitchen items because it means you can just like when you have these empty shelf spaces or just you want to put it in the kitchen somewhere, just put it down. It just takes up nice space, a little decor. This is a pottery bowl with sacred medicines. So it's got like sage and stuff in it, just a little decorative bowl. Some very nice patterns on there as well. Now there is no new stove, fridge, or appliance. It's just the counters and the cabinetry, but that's okay. I don't think we really needed a new rustic stove because in base game we have this one, but then also if you have some of the other packs, there's so many stoves that would already fit here, so I'm not too worried about that. It's more the counters. We need more counters in this game, so I'm glad they did that. We also have this little item here, like utensils, I guess like spice or salt or whatever it is, you know, sugar, little color swatches out. Also got this wall item here. This is separate. You can see some pots and pans hanging off of it. Some really old looking ones too there. Ooh, I love the dirty looking ones. They are fun. And then this is all just the one cabinet, but I've shown off a few different variants of it. So you can see there's this one here. These two are like the end pieces. I've just sort of slipped them together. The short piece up the top, the regular looking one, and the tall cabinet just there too. We also have this little basket back here. A few nice little patterns and textures on it. Nice little decor item to put around the house. And we've got a nice ceramic unity jug too, which has some beautiful textures on it as well. Ooh, I love those. The sort of glossy top half and then the sort of more raw ceramic base. Love that. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And not forgetting this little guy hiding here in the back corner. I really like this, using this sort of milk jug, putting the flowers in it. I think it's really cute. There's some really nice, okay, James Center, move. Thank you. Some really nice like rusted ones here too. I love this one where it's like, I guess it's probably like a copper almost because you got like the green oxidized copper, the more orangey color. It's beautiful. James Turner, what are you doing there? Literally, you're putting my name in the exact spot I don't want it. But yeah, beautiful. And I do like the sort of more subtle ones as well. A little bit cleaner, but then, ooh, that's some good stuff. That's some good jank. Oh, you know what? We never really looked at the other spandrel. So we do have this spandrel here, which we did look at briefly earlier, a few different colors. And then there's this one that matches actually the round columns. So very similar, pretty much the same sort of color range. But it's it does have a few. This one has the more clean options to match in. So that is very, very nice. So that's the other spandrel. I just thought I'd point that out before I completely forget. All right. We also got this beautiful new picture on the wall here. There's got a few different nice pictures in the frame. As you can see that. Oh, look at that. This is beautiful. Ooh, that's a nice one too. Very nice. Kind of wish that I feel like they need to develop technology where you can change the picture separate from the frame. But anyway, yeah, a few of those. Also another new dining table here. So a nice big long table with a pattern on the top. I was a little disappointed that there's like very nice patterns. I love the patterns, don't get me wrong. But they do have blank ones, which is great. But the blank ones are on all the colored tables, like the blue, the green, the other blue, the sort of yellowy one. And then the rest are all patterned. And that's okay, but it kind of limited what I was trying to do here. Like we've got the two different chairs, which we've already seen, but it means like there was so many patterns. I couldn't put like a rug here. I couldn't use this chair because it's got the pattern. I don't know if it would be better maybe to have blank tables and then like a decor rug item you place on the table separately. Like, wouldn't that be nicer to have that place on top? But anyway, nonetheless, the table is very nice and matches the wood tones anyway. And we also have this little flower pot here, which I think looks great. And we also, have a little hutch here as well, which has some space in it to place items. This one doesn't make a lot of sense because it's a candle, probably not a great option. But yeah, nice little kitchen or like living room hutch. Got all the sort of classic colors that we've been seeing all day today. And I think that's all in this room. We do have a little bathroom. Doesn't look great in this house because obviously this kind of feels like you'd have it in your cabin. these items. Very, very rustic looking. So we've got a new bathtub, which again, I don't know if I'd want this in my regular house, but for a cabin, you know we're going to have this. Or like a barn as well, you know we're going to have this. It looks great. And the shower as well. Looks very cramped, to be honest. Like it looks very small in there, but there you go. Could make like a school camp, like a cabin. I feel like this is the kind of shower you'd have at a school camp. Ah, horses, let's go. And of course the matching sink here as well to that set. This one does have some of the nice, see, look at this. Like if we had this on like the kitchen counters, oh, looks great. I told you they were so close on the kitchen counters, so close. They nearly did it too. And we also have a little bathroom sort of hutch shelf thing. Some nice clean colors there on as well. And then of course the rustic wood tones. All right, finally, we have bedroom stuff. Moving upstairs. This pack actually comes with new sleeping bags. So we were introduced to sleeping bags and growing together. They've added some in Horse Ranch as well. So we've got the adult bedroll, this one here, and also the kids, or I guess toddlers actually, isn't it? Yeah, because kids use this one. And the toddlers one here as well. So we got those two sizes. We have a bunch of beds as well, which I've sort of just scattered across this level. So we'll have a look. But this single bed here, some of these bed sheet patterns are so nice. I feel like the patterns in this pack are really, really beautiful and definitely go with the world and the vibes. So that's that bed there. And we've got, this is actually a wardrobe, I believe. Let's just double check. It's actually in the wardrobe category. It is. So it is a functional wardrobe. You can see it's got those same sort of wood textures. Over here, we've got a larger wardrobe. Ooh, I love those golden hinges on that one. I guess more like brass hinges. And that's this one here. And this is a little rug, which I'm not really sure how to use. I guess you just put it in a kid's room. I don't know. It's a very specifically shaped rug, but it's a bit of fun. You know, got some horses. This bed, I love the like, sort of almost really long skirted bed sheeting on this one. This also has some really fun colors and patterns on it, but some more blank ones too that you can put anywhere. Classic white and the black, which is good. Can fit anywhere. And then a lot of fun colors and fun patterns as well. Over this side, we have a new single bed down the bottom here, and of course a matching bunk to it. So you get a new bunk in this pack. So they match together quite nicely. Ooh, look at that one. Yeah, let's go. Horse. Oh, this is actually really fun. Wait, does that mean you could do that one and this one? Oh my gosh, I love this. Yeah, so these have got some great ones for the kids. I think this is going to be really fun. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's so cool. So those are really, really fun. I think there's going to be great kids' beds moving forward. Of course, we've got another wardrobe. This one always reminds me of the wardrobe from Harry Potter where the Dementor comes out of, just because it's got that oval mirror and it's like this little cabinet, isn't it? It just look, I don't know. Does it actually look like this? It reminds me of it. Looks great though. We also have this rug here as well. A few fun little patterns on it. Definitely for like, well, at least these ones definitely for a kid's room. These could probably be used anywhere. Very nice patterns. And then moving into the double beds, this bed here, you might notice matches this single bed over here. So this will have the same sort of same sort of patterns and textures on it as the single bed. This is the same rug as the one just in there. And we have a couple of new hanging clothes. They're doing a lot more of these moving forward in packs. So we've got to hang the clothes on, this one here, and this open framed one here. So yeah, we've got a few different colors on that. And then this one as well, you know, same sort of stuff. And we have, yeah, so we've got these ones here, the ranch dude clothes. So obviously the more masculine clothing items, as you can see through there. And we have the ranch dudette hanging clothes just here as well. And a few different colors. So I think it's always good to get more of these hanging clothes so that if you have a few of these packs, you got a bunch of different clothing options now to hang on these things, which is nice. And that's that same shelf from downstairs, same light from downstairs as well. So I've obviously reused items just to fill it out. Same bathroom stuff we've seen. We've also got this double bed over here, which matches this single bed that we just saw before. So that'll have the same sort of stuff through here as well, which I think is very nice. So that is that bed there. And we also have this, a bedside table, which as you might have noticed, matches that desk that we saw earlier. Oh, that nice, clean, white bottom, raw wood top. If only we had that in the kitchen. That's my thing. And I think that's it. I think that's it. I think we've seen everything now. Oh, mirror. Sorry, it's right here. At least we've seen everything on this lot. There's more to see. This is a big video. So we got this mirror here. It's very nice, just classic standing mirror. Okay, James Center, can you move out of the way? Thank you. All right, yeah, just got the same sort of patterns. Some of the wood, not as rustic looking, so very versatile mirror, I think. All right, well, that concludes this lot. Let's move back over to our other lot. We'll check out those styled rooms so you can get a good idea of how all this stuff can be used. But one final look at the barn. This is how I've pulled it all together. You know, it's kind of wacky. I really want to use this lot in my Let's Play, not for my own sim, but probably just have in the world. I need to redecorate because it is a bit of a mess with all the different windows and stuff everywhere and doors and all that, but it's a bit of fun. All right, back over on this lot. These are all the styled rooms that come with the pack. So we've got this sort of, I don't know, the outdoor rooms are always a little weird to me. It's like, what, am I going to place this down and then build a house onto it? I don't know, but little outdoor room there. This one's kind of nice though, because it gives you a pre-built like horse stable, which I think is actually probably quite useful. Hey, I wonder, do they do ceilings in these? Oh, they didn't. I wonder if they even can save ceilings in these. Probably doesn't exist. But yeah, this is their pre-built horse stable, which I wonder, does a horse fit through that? I don't know. It's a pretty small door, but I guess so if there's if it's there. So there you go, little horse stable. We've got an outdoor horse stable as well. So these are actually quite useful. If you're like, I just want my horse to be able to sleep somewhere, have someone to sleep, you can just place them down quite easily. So we've got a nice little bedroom in here, little 1-bedroom cottage, nice kitchen. So obviously we've seen all these items, so there's nothing new to see. Another little kitchen option. Oh, I actually quite like that little layout. That's quite cute. And then we've got like a little home office. Ooh, the Nectar racks in here. That's cool. This is giving me some good ideas. We've got a little saloon bar over here. I feel like you could have some sort of Prohibition era secret hidden bar in this pack for sure. Ooh, I like this. This is fun. The Nectar room with the open sort of shutter window to the outside. I know it looks weird with this right next to it. Hang on, I'll move that out of the way. But yeah, you can like sort of see outside. That's a nice idea. I like that. You can have a little sip in there, a little sippy sip. Make your nectar, store your nectar. Another little nectar storage room, little cellar almost. That's so cool. I'm so excited for the nectar stuff, just for the storytelling and like building like our own ranch, and we have a vineyard and we're making all our own nectar. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And another little nectar room there as well. A lot of nectar themed rooms. So those are the styled rooms. Now finally, debug, live edit objects. So these are all items that are hidden in the game. If you enter the live edit debug cheat, these can be found. So these are all items you'll actually see around the world. I didn't place all of them. This is not all of them. This is just some of the interesting items that actually may be useful in builds that you do. So we got the windmill here, 2 separate pieces. Hang on, move objects. So this actually is placed separately, because I believe we can double check in live mode a bit, but this will actually spin. So when it's up there, it'll spin. But anyway, there's an item you can actually place down. There's also a bunch of train track items in the game. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that, because we can do another train tiny home and actually use train tracks. Look at this train, by the way. How beautiful is this? It looks really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a lot of fun. And we've got some nice decor, little horse statues, like this kind of thing, little old train cart, a bunch of these little signs in there that are used in the national park area, water towers, or like grain silos potentially. These are similar to what we've got in other packs, but they've got new swatches on them. Little water tower here. These are sort of cow plant wagon wheels. A few different options here with those. Little metal flowers. Broken little wagon. I mean, there's a bunch of great stuff. This is actually the statue from town, which I don't know if this would work having on your own lot, because I think you can paint the actual one. Got another little wooden archway here, some posting. This is great. I kind of wish that they had made the actual grape plant in the game look like this, because when you grow grapes, it's just an individual shrub in the game, which obviously vineyards kind of look like this. You'd have a whole bunch of these lined up, and we can make our own vineyard with this. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I wonder if we can like layer this with the harvestable ones. Ooh, there's a lot of potential there. Got some more fencing work here as well. You can see a bunch of different fence options, a little well, a little shed, well, not shed, like a little shade awning, a rundown shack. This is obviously a base game car, but it's got a bunch of new swatches on it. So it's got like much more dirt and grime all over it. So just a fun decorative item. Also got like a little tool there. Oh, this is the horse urn. Oh, no, this isn't the urn. This is the tombstone. There is also a horse urn, but I didn't put it there. That's when your horse dies, this is what happens. And this is a little bridge, which I just thought was cool. I think it's just over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's just there. There it is. So yeah, that's just some of the debug stuff. Oh, there's also this one item, the venue wall speaker ranch, which I didn't show, but I mean, it's literally the same as all the others. It just plays ranch music when you're at a venue. Well, unfortunately, that's all, folks. Thanks for coming to my ranch. And thank you to my top level members for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Hope this video was informative and hopefully not too long, because I mean, that was very long. But there was a lot of stuff to show. And I, for one, am pretty excited to get onto the ranch and get building. I mean, this was really fun to build. Again, if you want to see this, become a channel member. Check out the video. It's over an hour long of me building this thing. We also have 30 exclusive members only videos. There's a new exclusive video every single week. So there's no better time to join. There's a whole bunch of stuff to watch. But stay tuned, because we're going to be starting our Let's Play here very soon. And I'm super excited for Rags to Ranch. Yeehaw! Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.